So what is going on, people, and welcome to episode 22 of the Barnsley career mode here on the FIFA 22. If you are looking forward to this episode, then make sure you pop a like on there for me, subscribe to the channel as well. We are close to hitting that 300 sub mark, so that would be greatly appreciated if we could reach it. And well, you may have seen the league table already. We are progressing nicely. We've had a little bit of a wobble in the last few games, but it is Christmas Day because FIFA, and hopefully we'll have a bit of Christmas cheer against Millwall. We will talk through the team and stuff in a minute, but let's have a look at results. So, in our last episode, we beat Bristol City 1-0 with a very late winner. We then beat Millwall 1-0, and that was, I think, kind of similar to the Bristol City game in the sense of we battered them most of the game, and it was an 89th minute penalty from Cenk Tosun that grabbed us the winner. So yeah, we're sort of beating down the door, but not easy entry, let's put it that way. But in the last month, well, let's say the start of this month, I said we had a mini wobble, but it's not been too bad. We beat Palace 3-0. So this year, it doesn't seem as obvious. So what I'm trying to... If you watched last year, you would know when we went up to the Premier League, some of the big teams were very easy to score goals against because they took you for granted. They pushed essentially everyone forward. So as soon as you hit them on the counter-attack, it was really easy to score goals because there was just massive holes. The game against Palace, kind of the first time I've seen that I can remember on this year's game. They were very dangerous going forward. We should have conceded some. There was some amazing defending in that game, but on the counter there were gaps as wide as the Eurotunnel. So it was Eurotunnel's not that wide, probably not a great analogy, but you know what I mean. Like, there was just gaps everywhere, so it was easy to exploit. Kind of the same for Forest. Mitchie scored a hat-trick in that game, was absolutely superb. And then we lost 2-1 to newly promoted Bolton, and they, to be fair, they were really good. It was just one of the games where we just couldn't find a way through, and they scored a couple of decent goals. So a bit of a slip up. We then drew 1-1 away at Middlesbrough, and Cauley Woodrow saved us with a header from a corner in the last 10 minutes. So a little bit of a wobble, but in the last game, really good performance. 2-1 win against top of the table Brentford. And Mitchie at the double again. He has been superb in this run of games, and you will be able to see from the top scorers, if you saw it a minute ago, he's on like 8 goals now, so he's starting to find his feet. Woodrow's on double figures now, I think, as well. So we've got 3 games in a week to finish. Well, 3 games in 6 days, actually. Kind of. 3 games in a week to finish off December. And then, we've got Reading at home. Those pesky playoff final victors at home in the FA Cup. So that'll be interesting. But so let's have a look at the table as it is there. We are currently sat in second, but it's still very tight. 3 points adrift of Brentford, who we have just beaten, so we drag them closer. Level on points with Watford, but a superior goal difference puts us above them. Palace just a point behind, and Rovers and Forest not that far behind either. So it is very tight. There's still a lot to play for in this, all top 6 fighting for an automatic promotion spot. So it is quite juicy. If we have a look towards the bottom of the table, Portsmouth have pulled themselves towards safety. Bolton beat us, but rock bottom of the table. Borough struggling as well. So the 2 sides are fighting for their lives are the ones we struggled against. It's funny how that can happen sometimes. So let me talk you through the squad then. There's a lot going on. So this is what I've handed out a few new contracts as well, actually. Let me just show you that. I'm just thinking of everything. So we got this message, risk of losing a few players. So we've handed new contracts to Collins, Britton, Hellick and Woodrow. I think all of them signed 2-year extensions. Carlton Morris is a part of the squad, but I think I'm going to let his contract run out. His rating hasn't really improved that much with the team. and he's one of those players that kind of frustrates me anyway, as you'll have seen from last season. So I think I'm just going to let his contract expire. Christy Davis is on the transfer list, so if he doesn't find a club, then he will just leave. I'm not that bothered about him. So this is what's going on with the squad. So Collins, for now, is going to be our number one keeper, probably for the rest of this season. Then I may look to use Caballero as our number one. So yeah, Collins just signed a new contract as well. Caballero, just maybe start playing him in a few games this season, or maybe just wait till next season. But I'm sure he'll be our starting keeper sooner rather than later. Hoyer Fernandez, I think. Well, now I don't need 3 goalies really, so he was decent. If we didn't find Caballero, Hoyer Fernandez would have been just a good backup. But as we don't need him, I can't put him on the transfer list yet. But maybe when it ticks into January, I might be able to. But he'll just be looking to get him out the door because we don't need 3 keepers. Styles up to this year 78, our best player on paper. Really happy with him. Still can't believe he's only 22 as well. Odor at 167 on his loan. Vita up 2 on his loan spell. Ben Williams is joining Celtic when the transfer window opens. Kolasinac is up 176. David Garcia is going on loan to Benfica. He's already grown at 1, but he's going on loan to Benfica just for the rest of this season. Helic is there. Anderson, Pavlovic. Really loving Pavlovic. He's turning into a phenomenal defender. Kitching up 1 on his loan spell. Stevens is there. Strahan, Moon, Frankie. Jordan Story's joining Augsburg. Now that I think about it, I probably would have got rid of the likes of Frank and kept Story, but it is what it is. Klunter's there as well. Johnson is doing nicely on his loan spell at Ajax. Maxime Collin, Callum Britton. Jordan Williams is up 4 in his loan spell at Sporting Lisbon. I'm really glad I didn't sell him. I'm going to keep him, bring him back in the summer, and then we'll probably send Johnson out on loan again and sell Collin, I guess. Diop is there. Jack Aitchison on the transfer list. His contract's expiring as well. If someone doesn't pick it, if he doesn't get sold in January, then he'll be gone. I'll just let his contract expire. Javi Simmons is growing nicely. Alexander's growing nicely. Grisha Prommel, really like Grisha Prommel. I haven't played with him too much, but when he plays, he's really, really good. As we talked about Chrissy Davis, Herbie Kane's on the transfer list, as we know. Romar Palmer is in talks with Fortaleza over a move. I have accepted a couple of bids for him, but they just haven't seemed to have gone anywhere, so I guess he's not going. But a bid has come in for him. He's started to grow again, to be fair. Gomez is joining Mechelen when transfer window opens. Valakari's gone on loan to Almeria for the rest of the season. Benson's going on loan to Club Bruges for the rest of the season. Ramsey and Swift are there. Luke Thomas, the boy. I've actually been playing him in a couple of games recently, just when the strikers and that, because he's natural out wide. And actually, with the shift, I could have done with keeping him, but he's joining Seattle Sounders when transfer window opens. So, yeah, unfortunate. Otherwise, he would have had a place in the squad. Cole's out on loan. Freezer's out on loan. Miller's on transfer list. I've put Obiulair on the transfer list. I think with spreading back to the wide 3, we've got a lot of strikers and a lot of strikers who can't play out wide. And I have some blind loyalty to Cenk Tosun. I really don't know why. So I'm going to sell Obi. It hurts. It does hurt. But for some reason, I've just got an attachment to this guy. And he's even growing in rating. But I don't know what it is. I just really like Cenk Tosun. So Obi's going to be leaving. Morris, he is part of the squad, but probably just going to let his contract run out. Marsh out on loan. Welbs' rating's going down. I don't know why, because he's actually playing well. I know he's 32, but I don't know. Maybe we sort of stick the season out with Welbeck and then we look past him next year. Who knows? Not ideal for Welbs. Batshuayi, as we said, just coming into form, and Woodrow is doing all right. So a little roundup of the squad there, letting you know. But the main thing in January. We haven't got much money to play with, but I'm looking for a winger. Ideally a right winger. because we've got Welbeck and Morris that can play on the left. Looking for some competition for Woodrow, so that's where we're going to look to. But we are at full strength for this game. Let's have a good Christmas at Millwall. I don't think anyone's ever said that before. So this is the Millwall lineup then for this game. George Long in goal, a back five I imagine, McNamara, Wallace, Pearce, Hutchinson and Malone. Two in midfield it is indeed, same shape as us, Evans and Keith de Beld in the middle, Bennett, Bodvarsson and Bradshaw up top. And we are, as you would imagine, regular starting lineup. No need to go through that. So yeah, Millwall, we played them not too long ago, and they were certainly tough to break down. Like we said, 89th minute penalty from Cenk Tosun to get us the winner. So I'm expecting more of the same, as Woodrow is going to be offside there. Interesting, I can't remember. I mean, it's probably happened loads of times before, but I can't distinctly remember playing on Christmas Day on FIFA and the commentators acknowledging it. There was a lot of flirting, it must be said, between the guy and Stuart Rob. I can't even remember his name. Stuart Robson's the co-commentator, but I can't remember. Derek Ray, the main commentator. Oh my word, red card. I was going to say, if that's not a red card, well, Keaton Bell wants to get home early on Christmas Day, evidently. He's not hanging around. He wants to go home and have some Christmas dinner, and to be fair, I'm not going to blame him. They're making a sub, actually, but yeah. I don't know why FIFA does this and just plays on Christmas Day. It's just stupid. Just going to play this one short here. Helic. Mitchie will try and curl this one. Oh, not bad effort. And George Long has to push it round the post. Try and find this one near stick. Swift tries to find Mitchie, but it's headed away well. Styles didn't win the header. Wasn't really surprised. Find Swift. Oh, he's got to get a bit of space. Swift on his right. Oh, that's one thing I do love about John Swift. He's certainly knows how to strike a ball. Forces another save, and he tries to find Mitchie again. Anderson is there. Long has to punch. We'll try and head this one down if we can. Welbs try and curl one into the top corner. Oh. It never seems to work on this FIFA, that little shifted direction when you're running full pace. On the old FIFAs, I think because the match engine, the movement of the players is much more dynamic now, it doesn't work as well. But when it, on the old FIFAs, on the old match endings, when you ran it was just sort of like, almost like Snake in the way that you move. It was just very rigid. God, Snake, what a reference that is. As Welbs is in behind here, actually. Welbs. Oh dear. Swift. Oh, it's a handball if ever I've seen one. Yeah, I'm recording this literally the same day as the last episode. And I forgot what I was trying to say. But back to the game. It is almost half time, and again we are dominating, much the same as we did against Millwall the last time, although they're in behind it. And Bodvarsson, it's a good save from Collins. Yeah, Millwall been hard to break down, but hopefully, especially with the extra man advantage. I think, who was it? Was it against Hull last season where we struggled with it? They had a man sent off inside like 5 minutes, and then we dominated but couldn't get through. We got the win in the end. Let's see, Brentford drawing. Who else is up there with us? I can't even remember. Wait, let me move. Never mind. Oh, jeez. I said about getting a winger in January. Maybe trying to find one with pace might be an idea. Although I'm not really that sort of player. Like, I don't know. Like, obviously it's great to have a player that's got a hell of a lot of pace, but I'm not the sort of FIFA player that's like, that's all I'll play with. Oh, it's a good save from Collins. Yeah, like, I won't search it out and just seek out a team of pace herms, like, do you know what I mean? So just play with. Oh, there's a gap there. Come on, Corley, you're away now. Corley Woodrow, the defender's catching up. Corley Woodrow, oh, George makes a save. The defender was catching up. Welbeck gets there first. Swift on the scene. John Swift, oh, it's a great block. Just not working out for us at the moment. But again, it's just the way games are going at the minute. We're beating on the door. We just can't break it down, but we need to remain defensively solid. It must have taken a deflection. I thought I'd got a block on that. See, Bodvarsson. No? Does that got a block on it? Yeah, this is a good angle. So Bodvarsson gets... No, it hasn't. That's just interesting. The animation looked... It made it look like it was more central. The ball went in the goal more centrally, but from that angle, it looks like it's just snuck in the near post. So, well, what have I been saying? Beating down the door, can't get in, and it's not been working. Batshuayi from range. Straight down the keeper's throat. Well intercepted from Styles. Finds Welbs. Ramsey. Not quite the pass I had in mind, but never mind. Ramsey is in. Jacob Ramsey. Oh, go away, George Long. They played that really well, to be fair. Malone. I thought he was going to go all the way. We tripped each other up, and Bodvarsson has finished this game off. That just typifies our luck, really, in this game. The defenders trip each other up trying to defend it. And Bodvarsson is there to tuck it home. It's a good move, to be fair. They played that really intricately and really nicely all the way up the pitch. But we don't deserve to lose this game whatsoever. But just, you don't take your chances and you open yourself up to potential defeat. That's a terrible ball. George Long's had a fantastic game. The last two videos, the keepers of the other teams have had superb games. But it is what it is. Need to sort out this form. We won like 10 games in a row, I think, that run we went on before we lost. Maybe 11 games in a row. Just Blackburn in a couple of days, who sit one place below us in the league. And if we have a look, we have fallen down. That's how tight it is. Fallen down 2 spots. We're now 3 points outside the automatics. Looks like everyone won. Palace above us. Brentford might have drawn, actually, but Watford and Palace certainly look like they've won. It swings and twos and fro's. It swings round and round, whatever you want to say. It's going to be an interesting season, this one. And my manager rating is declining rapidly. It was like 93 not too long ago. Now it's 87. So I think, I might just play through January, you know. If we win the cup game, which I can't imagine we will, but it'd be interesting to see like what business Reading have done actually now they're Premier League. If we win in the cup and there's an extra game in January, then we might come back for the Huddersfield game. If not, I might just play through to January and then get to like the QPR game or something. So we'll see how it goes. But guys, that is the end of this episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. As I said, pop a like on there for me. Subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 300. It would be lovely to get there soon. I'll see you in a bit.